Hello, I am Varun and I am from 3 to 4 p.m. batch in IIFL coaching, and we have topic, can we speak English in 3 months or not? So I am in against that we can't speak English in 3 months.
Hello, I'm Akshita and I'm from the same batch and I'm in favor we can speak English in 3 months.
So I will start that we can't speak English in 3 months because we have no environment, we have no atmosphere apart from college only. So why do you think that we can speak English in 3 months?
Because 3 months is enough to because 3 months are enough to learn any language, and if we do hard practice and if we do regular practice then we can.
But if someone has no time, so what will he do?
Then you can't say that we can't learn English in 3 months.
So because we have no environment, we have no atmosphere that we should have. But in my opinion, in my standpoint, that if we practice, we can speak. But in school, in government school basically, and in CBSE also, no one speaks in English. So why do you think that anyone can speak in English? And most of the students doesn't speak in English.
But there are many students who learn English from online class and they ready to speak English in 3 months.
So why? Because both most of the students who have completed their diploma in English, who have learned English in any coachings in any institutes, so I see that they can't speak. So why do you think?
But if we want to learn anything, then we can definitely do.
Why?
And it's based on our mind. If I am thinking that I can't do, then I can definitely do this thing.
But if someone has no environment and he has no brothers, no friends, no person who speaks in English with him or her, so
It's
what he
his
will?
problem. But
Why
if you
he-
but if you want to learn anything, then 3 months are enough.
But 3 months is only a time period. So why do you think that we can speak in English in only 3 months? Because we learn ABCD, translation, tenses, active, passive in class 6 to 10, 12. Why can't we speak?
Hindi is our language. And did you used to go any coaching to learn Hindi?
No, because it's our mother tongue.
Yeah. And if you also want to learn English, then you can definitely learn.
So why it's only just a language? So why we work hard to learn English? And apart from this, we can't speak.
We can speak. If we decide to do anything, then we can. It's based on our mind, what we are thinking. There are lots of people who
You are saying that it depends on our mind. But it's only a way of sentence that we can appreciate. We can only humble for any kind of person. But I am asking that how it's possible that we speak in English in only 3 months? Because uh, if we if we learn in ICSC boards, or if we do job in MNCs, international companies, in Google, in Microsoft, or many kind of companies, so we can, because we have a environment, atmosphere. So in your colony, in your street, in your college, so how it possible that you can speak English in only
if
three
you
months?
speak English to others, then they will also think, yeah, he is talking to me in English, then I should talking to him in English.
But in my standpoint, and you also see that many persons who always criticize that, oh, अंग्रेज मत बने, we always see. So why? And it always demotivate those person that who speaks in English.
But if you want to learn, then you can, because there are many apps to learn English and there are many people who also learning English, then you can talk to them.
But if we have no time,
You can
if we are a
download
parent,
from
if we are appearing for any kind of examination, if we are doing job.
It's your problem, but you can't say that 3 months are not enough to learn English.
I do not think that 3 months are enough, because if we do not practice, so what will you do?
So it's your problem, na?
So if we have no environment, if we only we
then you have to create.
how?
How? Because you are learning English, then you should practice yourself. Like you should take a topic and you should record your video, and then you will know that what mistakes I am doing.
But most of the students only can write, not speak, because on the stage we see that most of the persons always hesitate.
Because they were afraid of public speaking.
So why? Because we can speak easily in Hindi, and after learning English language we can't.
But some people were also afraid of public speaking in Hindi language.
But
Then it's their problem. Because they don't do practice, and if we do practice, then we can.
But I have
Nothing is
seen.
impossible in this world.
Okay, but I have seen many students who teaches who learns in English schools and goes in coachings also, but after that they can't speak
Because they don't do practice.
And
if we are learning things only written, then we can't, because we are only doing practice on books, and if we don't speak, then we can't speak then.
okay, so but most of the students who is appearing government exams and who always spends time in home, so I think, let's suppose that his parents is not doesn't know the English, and his brother, his grandfather, and most of them, and they don't about his English speaking, so how will they?
What, he can make friends online. There are many social media apps.
But his friend also know.
What?
But his friend is also uh, doesn't know that how to speak in English.
But there are many apps, you can learn English from there. And there are lots of people who talks on
So
that
why?
app. So you can talk to different people from different states.
So why students doesn't learn
Because
in 6 to 12?
because they think we can't do, so they can't.
All of the students in schools always thinks that we can't do, and they always.
Because they don't do practice of speaking. If they try to speak, then they can definitely
You
speak
know
well.
also that 1 year of the class, if we study, so we will have to complete 1 year, but you are saying that we can speak English after 3 months, but how it can possible? Because we study from 6 to 12th in English also, and we have an English subject. After that we can't speak, so why do you think that we can speak English in 3 months?
Because when we study something, then we forget grammar rules, and you don't.
Why we forget?
Because you don't do practice. If you do practice, then it will always in your mind, and you will not make any mistake, and you will speak better.
So I do not think that 3 months are enough, because your opinion that 3 months are enough. 3 months are enough for those students who are good.
No.
But if some students who is very dull, maybe dull, so how he can?
Okay, there are lots of students who don't practice whole year, who doesn't practice all years, and who doesn't study all year, but before exams they start study and they
Pass only and mark sheet in only pass, but in reality life, how can we speak?
They decided that we should pass, and I have to pass, because if I fail, then I will have to repeat my class again.
So
So if we decide to, we have to learn English, then we definitely learn.
so you are saying that we will have to join class again. You said
No,
yes. You said that we will have to join class again if we
we
forget.
will have to repeat the class again.
If we forget.
No,
So
if we failed.
if we failed. So why we failed?
You are taking my things different.
Because
in different
if
way.
you are saying our topic is that 3 months are enough or not, I think 3 months is only a mathematic number 3, but I do not think that we can speak English in within 3 months. So why do you think that we
You
can
can
speak?
if you watch if you watch Hollywood movies, you watch movies in English, you watch content in English, then it will then this thing will come in your mind and it will become your habit.
How it can improve our English?
By watching videos, by
If we don't-
speaking, by doing
if-
practice.
If we don't know about vocabulary,
So there are many apps.
so we are watching movies and there are so many words we don't know, so we have to write down in
No.
notebook. So
You can use subtitles.
subtitles, but in subtitles also there are so many words which can't understand.
Then you can use Google Translate.
So whole movie we will have to use.
Then if you are thinking that I can't do, then you will definitely not.
So when we study math, when we study physics, chemistry, so we can easily pass in these subjects, and we
But
can
you have
also
to do preparation.
So why English is hard for those persons who doesn't speak?
Because they feel it's a hard language. They don't feel it's a just
But
language.
if dull student want to speak, so how he can speak?
If he
and
does,
he doesn't
if
know.
he does practice, then he can definitely.
But he doesn't know about tenses. He doesn't know that what is noun, pronoun, adjective.
So he should study.
So within 3 months he can't complete.
He can.
Because noun,
he can
adjective.
if he doing practice regularly. If he covering if he covering 2 or 3 topics daily, then
He can only cover grammar portion within 3 months. I think.
But if he also doing practice and if he also trying to speak, then he can.
But
And if you are only doing practice, you don't speak, then you can't. But if you are doing
if we
both, then
speak-
you can.
But we most of the persons says that you should speak in English, but they don't know that how should we speak. They always says speak, maybe wrong or right. But if we speak in wrong, so we will have speak always be wrong.
No, if you are
Because we will-
learning any
because we
language,
will
then
have-
mistakes are common. Everyone makes mistake.
Everyone can make mistake, but in English language, why we learn, and how can it possible that we can complete within 3 months?
Because if you are thinking I can, so you can. If you
If
are
I
thinking
think
that I can't,
if
so
I
you can't.
if I think that I can clear UPSC within 3 months, I can.
If you do practice, then you can. But
Maybe
if you
within 3
don't,
months.
if you don't do practice, then you.
If I have no atmosphere, I have no environment like
you
that.
have
So
to-
how can I
So you have
improve?
to make.
So how can I make? Because I have no friends who speaks English. I have no
Then
parents.
you should make friends who talks in English. Thanks for watching our video, and we are on learning state, so we must have made mistake.
And we would like to know from you that can we speak English within 3 months or not? Is it possible?